Alright, hello crew. We're keeping up the tradition of late night recordings, but a little progress update. We got this area finished, but I'm sure I can't remember if this was done in the last one. And we did a bit in here with this room. Got some puzzles, some stealth for the Persona style, a little 3D billboard type vibe going on up here. Then you go down here, got a bunch of stuff here with enemies, and you can go down here as well. And there's a lot down here where you have like this stuff, and then you'll be like, oh, the way into this room right here. And this right here, well, it's open because I haven't done anything there yet, but it's blocked. So you go back and you're like, oh, there's a gap here. Vent. All enemies on either side of the train, so I'll sneak through the train, another vent, and that's as far as I've gotten. But overall, a lot of progress has been made. I've realized you don't really know the goal of this level so far, and it's kind of important. I originally was gonna save it for the big video I was gonna do when I finish this, but I'll be real, it's taking a bit longer than I thought, which is fine. I didn't really have a hard deadline or time constraint, so I'm gonna give a little update on the lore of this video. Essentially what I'm trying to do is build a level for Persona 6 before we see anything other more than the teaser for it, right? So like over here, based off the leaks, right? So the leaks were kind of like what it's like folklore spy theme, right? So I got thinking and I found the Great Hunt, which I would look into yourself, and I'm not going to explain fully here, but the idea is that like people are hunted by like extra like Odin or something like that in a bunch of mythologies, and I'm like, this could be cool for a Persona level. So what the concept is people are like in the modern day are going missing, and your spy team goes to investigate this city where people are going missing. Nothing shows up, but then since you're a Persona wielder, you meet up at the train station, and it hits midnight and the clock strikes, and then the moon, like big trees grow over the city. The sky gets blacked out here by a canopy, and a clock tower and moon appear, and then you go in to see stuff, and you notice like these hunter things are chasing people who are marked, who like you're kind of away from reality. Like people could be living a nightlife, but since they're not marked, they aren't hunted in this area. So like these are the big trees, canopy, and so like this is like the tutorial or the path to the awakening fight, which is up here. And it's like a little Central Park hedge maze. It's like your like, introduction to stealth and stuff. And then you're gonna go back, and then the main mission will be to get to the clock tower. This will be like a little opera house type deal, but it's being guarded by a guy who's not here yet. But you need to make noise, because you'll figure it out. Don't move by noise. So you go into the city to try and find something, and like stealth through the cities, the main street. This is based on Shibuya Square right here. It's kind of blocked off by a bunch of trees. So you'll go into like an entertainment area where you're gonna have to try and progress over to the Shibuya Sky building. But this area is locked, so you have to do a bunch of stuff here, and then you go across the main street again, up into here, out like down here, and then you make it And this is a radio tower. It'll make noise to move that guy, but you can't get there because it's blocked off by a bunch of trees and stuff. But you know you can go across rooftops, and Shibuya Sky has a convenient elevator path in the sewer, like the train station stuff. So you go through here, and you can see it over here. This is the elevator. It will be moved, but you'll go through here, and then a bit of rooftops and stuff like that. So like it's a very rough and fast overview. It's not like, I'm not like oddly particular about it right now. Mainly because it'll be more of a main, like, I'll give you a high quality video. I'm capable of it, guys. Just bear with me. The idea is kind of like why I don't want to waste time editing this stuff when I could be building this. And it's kind of unfortunate, but we'll make some higher quality videos. Maybe start editing these if I feel like it. But yeah, I just wanted to share some progress on this stuff. It's looking nice. I do like how the canopy kind of darkened the zone and lets some natural light through, because I do want it to be darker down here, and more lit up by other things. It'll also be a little foggy down here as well. But like, I think it's pretty good concept-wise, and it's come through a lot of iteration. I've talked in the last little bit, but like, this level was like not like, this part was not gonna be like this. Like, this was essentially gonna be a hallway simulator the entire way through, and I've come up with every way to not make it feel like that. And I feel like it's, in theory, amplifying a lot of stuff. I'm very proud of it, and any feedback, of course, would be very good. Although it's hard to give feedback when, like, you can't play or watch me play anything with the default Unity. Oh, I also added a crouch. It doesn't, like, visually work, but it works like animation. It, like, works, like, technical-wise to get through vents. But yeah, that's a progress update. I do, like normal with these devblogs, want to talk on challenges I've faced. And specifically, not really a challenge I faced with this one, but like every project ever. It's like an issue with not only game development, but artistic type of careers. Anything like that that requires like you putting your heart and soul into it and stuff like this. It's a big thing. I'm gonna give you a better view. It's a big thing in our career, to always take criticism on it, and always to strive to be better when going toward your work. But what I've also noticed, because in game design, and I would recommend this to any sort of developer of games, is to learn a bit of human psychology. You're trying to sell it to people, so like, show them, know what they want, right? But even at a base level, like, don't study it unless you really want to. But what I'd recommend is look at it, and you notice some things about people. These things are that we judge ourselves way too harshly in the moment. When we're actively doing stuff and we're looking for solutions, we're doing a lot of stuff, it usually takes a very strong person, and a majority of people will not follow this. But what I've learned and what I'd recommend is never listen to yourself when you're actively doing a project. When you doubt yourself, when you start doubting something, when you start getting the negative criticism aspects, because most likely you're worrying about nothing, or something that you won't be able to solve because you're too busy stressed about how bad it is or how much of a problem it is. Just what I've realized is we judge ourselves too harshly when we're actively doing something. So what I'd recommend is, and what I've learned is, to do it. Take some notes, maybe. Don't like hyper ignore it. And once you do it, leave it for a bit. Drop it for like an hour to a day, however long you need, and then come back, and instead of working on it, if you're really stuck up about it, look at it not from an active work thing, but like you're a coach coaching a sports team, right? Where you're here to not fix the problems. Well, you are, but like, and a coach should fix problems, but like, you're here to monitor people and look at people and figure out where they went wrong so that you can help them improve. So you are essentially becoming your own coach and not worrying about actively changing it, but worrying about helping the person who's actually working change it, which is also you, but you aren't working in this scenario, right? And that's something I've noticed is, and a big issue, just like with every project I've worked on and a lot of people, is like, you judge yourself too harshly. It's just a basic thing. And often you're not even doing a bad job. Like there's many times throughout this project, this city part in particular, because this city part was the least planned part out of everything. I didn't really draw a lot of stuff with this like I should have. Because it's kind of hard, right? I'm new, and it's a learning curve. But I didn't really know what to put here. So what I did was I just went into it, and there were many points where I was like, this level was just a mistake, right? Like, I've cut content, I don't know if the content I've done is good, and all this stuff. And what I've realized is a lot of it is good, because I do get feedback from friends and stuff, and they're like, that's cool, right? And ideally, if those friends, if this was an actual game and those friends were playing it, they would still think it was cool, right? And in that thing, I've achieved what I wanted to do. So all this worry is nothing, right? So like, just don't listen and stuff like that I've learned, and trying to say to a lot of you is, don't judge your work in the moment and really like take that judging to heart, because you aren't a good active judge of that stuff. You will not, you will often just judge it from a point of, this is bad, why are you doing this? Instead of actual helpful stuff. So just come back later, take a break, come back later once you're done, and change it then when your brain's less of a like a bad thing. But yeah, here's the dev blog for this little bit. I've been working hard, hope to make the gray box at least up to rooftops by next devblog, hopefully. Follow to support the journey to hopefully either getting a job, making my own game and stuff like that. I know the videos are a little awkward. We'll get there one day. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, you learn something, you're hoping that the level will turn out really good. And I'll see you in the next one.